Live, but yes, this light, again with the light, again with the light, again with the light. Throw all this stuff out, move this. So many things. I did so many things. Can I put it together in a video? Flight risk, flight risk, flight. You know, GH is everything. Is there's such a tell in everything you look at, you know. Flight, the way the F and L comes together. You can put other letters. Some letters become silent. How do you say G and H? Gesundheit? Is that how you say G and H? No. You say it as an F. It's a laugh. It's also a gateway. It also comes from Q, which is created from Earth's heart. Also Jack, because all these letters and words tell this story, this mathematical story, according to the position of the letters in the alphabet. By now, I'm quite sure everybody knows, and for those who don't, I try to repeat, and everybody has to know that I've been having trouble with a big fight. Yes, I'm always in a big fight. You know with what? I'm in a big fight with my camera all the time on my autofocus. Let me focus myself. Let me learn myself. Let me be aware. Say something to me. Let me be aware. How do I know I'm aware? Where am I? You want to give me an IQ test based on your reality or based on the understanding of a polarity of realities, the control, the patience, the understanding to be able to be reasonable, to know what reasonable is. So we walk into the room and everybody's given a piece of paper. If you want to speak, raise your hand. We'll point to you. You put down your hand. It means we wrote down your name. In order, it'll be your time to speak. Sometimes you might desire to speak a little bit more than the time allotted to you. We are very sorry. There are others who have to speak too. Maybe we're better off having everybody put what they think they want to say into this big computer and let the computer come up with a story of what everybody's thinking of what they want to say in the honest world, in the world that it has to flow. I picked up something and I printed it out, but I printed out too many pages and I can't do it all. I come here online to share what I believe we need to do in order to unscramble the words of creation, the words that were given to us, all the words and definitions recommended in Webster's dictionary. The reference title. Everything is a reference because there is no exact answer other than the hypothetical concrete understanding between people that the word mean is what definition and by whose reference. So when you see people going to spelling bees, this is a telling us, look at this, look what they can do to a word. They can break it down in syllables. They can tell where it came from, who created the word, what came out of the situation that word was created. How did we recreate the word in the alphabet that we use? And how can we recreate the skull bones? Put a skin, put flesh and bones onto the skull bones. And that's where one part of Messer's math calculator comes in, because it begins to build cobwebs in the situation. And like I said the other day, one of the things I'm thinking about man is we're man 6, but we're connected to 1 and 2. 6 and 1, 6 and 2, we are 3-6, man's creation of 3-6-0-3-6. O is arts and entertainment. It is Area 51. It is Mars cars. It is Mars at night and flying cars, flying saucers, entities and ETs. Entity, ENT, and just ETs without the end. The N can be switched to become a Z. So it's EZT, because the 6 and the 8, but you don't live in that part of the 6. You can't. You are 6 of and 2 equaling to 8. You are part of 5 and 3 equaling to 8. You are 4 and 4 equaling to 8. And there are stories all over the world in reference to every single book that has ever been written on astrology, just to know the planets and their positions. And who says that the position number 1 they call Mercury? So what do we call the sun? Should we align everything from Pluto and run to the 10th area, which they call Binyomin, as the 10th planet? But we're not going to call the sun anything. Can we call the sun the cue ball? Because without the sun, there's no fun in the sun. So we have to balance off the understanding of all this. This piece of paper is going to teach me, hopefully, with not myself. That's why I'm here, because it's all of us, because I can't possibly remember all of everything I've ever done. And I don't know if everything and all of what I've ever done has any meaning to anybody at all, other than what it means to me to understand the difference, to realize the rationality of whatever it is, wherever it fits. And if it's just a math equation, that's all it is. But if the math equations fit, then what is the hypothetical story we're going to create? Because we create things through numbers before anything exists. If we use all these numbers together in mathematics, it's like, I need 40 pounds of air in my tire. But if I put 40 pounds of air in your tire might blow. So the construction of each tire is different. So we need to use just these numbers to understand how numbers function. And then let's put a body on it. Let's call it a balloon. Let's call it a tire. Whatever it is. Then we're going to talk in volume. But wait a second. I didn't write a book. Volume 1. Volume 2. I didn't say Jesus Christ, 7477 equals 151. From and to Mars, the passage of 66, the roadway transferred on to Highway Interstate 80, the switch. 9 lives of the cat have come to live in the pound key. Where do I get this information? Why do I say this? Jesus is number 74, a numeric count, JESUS, 10, 5, 19, 21, 19, position in the alphabet, going from A1 to Z26. Christ is, and if you look at it, CH1ST is just saying CH is first. 3 and 8 is first. And in the game of Baccarat, it's just really weird what happens when the 3 and the 8 are out there. The way they pull the cards different, very different with the 3 and the 8. And the difference between 11 and 3 is 8, and we're talking about red. So we're talking about a prime color because of what the game of pool tells me. So where was I? I seem to have just lost myself. We were talking with numbers and planets, and if Pluto is first and last. So now that we get all these numbers, and it just never stops. It just never stops. And I was talking in my last video the way the T letter, 2022, the year we're actually in, 2022, just like the president right now, take away 1 president because Grover Cleveland was counted twice, unless we should start all the presidencies over and end it on Grover Cleveland and have him start as the 2nd president after the president after who he was, right? Or did it end after him and it restarted with him? But anyways, let's put that aside. So now if I'm going to use gematria, and gematria is 1 through 7. I wish I didn't have to keep repeating all this because I need you to follow. I need to be on a screen so I can just show you the gematria stairway going up to G and all the way down to M and N. 27, 5 and 4, through the sun. Department of Motor Vehicles coming through the sun, broken up in pi. Why broken up in pi? Because the 14th and 15th, okay, is part of pi. And it is on the 3rd leg, 3.14159265. 1, 4, 14, and 15 together is 29. 1 and 4 is 5. 1 and 5 is 6. And it says no. No key. No key. Words that are expressed today, wherever it is, and it's just ironic that AMC Theaters and GameStop and everything I'm doing in my project, in bringing back rationality and understanding with everything, is all about theater and games. Everything is theater and games because everything we do, we make a game out of it. And even work is a game. It's a precision game. If this object goes over here, because before there's even an employee standing in a McDonald's, and if you ever saw the way McDonald's started, how this guy stole away this restaurant business from a guy in California, he sat there and they looked, where are we going to put the ovens? How fast are we going to be able to cook it? How many can we cook? How much is our cost? And everything you do before anything starts, no one has to be there. A lot of people say to me, or many in most of my videos that are watched are on roulette, and everybody wants to know, how do you win? I go, look at the board, understand the board, understand where the numbers are, where the numbers are not, how the connection of the numbers are, and any possible something that you can make that is on angles, 90-degree angle, 45-degree angle. I don't want to break through the squares through the quadrille paper that I'm using. I want to follow these obligations that they're telling me on this paper. Okay, I have to understand the geometric shapes, because those geometric shapes are going to show me location. And depending on how I create my geometric shapes, okay, is going to tell me different stories. But in basic parallels, okay, 1111, the way the earth is made, the webbing is the actual real space. Everything else is an in-between space telling me another story. In its design, the numeric value, the numbers will give me letters telling me a different story, or maybe matching me up with a pyramid, with a place on the planet. It'll just guide me to a place on the planet. And that place on the planet will be the Eiffel Tower. And I'll look at the Eiffel Tower and I'll see two of the same letters, and I'll say, I'm going to put those two same letters together, and F and F come into the Eiffel Towers, and F and F is 66, and that's Corona. And the Highway 66 to the US that went from east to west was replaced with highway, and now we have exits. EXIT, the ITX, the E world, the X. I have to put that together, the EX, the IT. That is because that's just... 5 and 9 are the reverse faces of each other, and it is presented to us right here on these cubes, right? And it's presented to us in more than one way, because I mean, if you can count the dots, you got 4 and 1 5, and you have 6 and 3 9, but also you have 3 3 3. But which 3 is this? Because everyone has 9. I'm counting the voids also. You have 6 and 3 void and 6 and 3 dots. Here you have 5 and 8 void, 4 and 1 dot. 5 and 8 void. Okay, 5 and 8 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 5 and 4 come together. So they're talking about the sun. 1 times 4, 4. 1 plus 4, 5. 5 and 4, numeric value for the sun, and the Fox Pass. And the Fox Pass is on the front line. They use it during war times. Who's on the front line? So now we know it's also in the H zone for the hospital zone, because they told us on the news. What did they tell us on the news? They said the frontline workers. Now, where are these frontline workers? Where can they be? Are there a whole bunch of them? Are they just in the H zone or in the HP zone, the PH zone, psychiatric hospitals, hospital zones? You know what I'm saying? You got to balance these things out for entertainment purposes. Oh, it's not what I think, it's what you think. I'm only showing you the way, the story, the connection, the links. You have to decide for yourself if there's any reality to this. Oh, yes. Jetsons. How does it go again? No, that's Yabba Dabba Doo. I got what's her name? Jane, his wife. Yes, Jane, his wife. Elroy, right? Is it Elroy, his son? Janie is his daughter. He works at Sprockets. Oh, yeah, I put that into my equation. Don't you worry. In fact, my equation says I can guarantee you something that most people, I'm quite sure, do not talk about. But I hope they do talk about it, because everything I talk about, I want everybody to say, or some people to say, I've heard that before. Because as long as somebody said it before me, they can't look back at me as crazy. So I want to use all the smart people's inventions and just put them mathematically in an order that will tell me a story or connect it to something else. And I go, oh, look, Union Jack, connected to England, connected to Mars, connected to the moon, connected to Corona, Route 66. Corona. Which village should we be going down, and what should we be looking for? I am 16 minutes into this video, so I'm going to bring out what this page is over here. These are opposite words. These are opposite words. Just give me a second. I was looking at something. Okay, I'm just trying to, just give me a second. I'm just, okay. No, I'm just looking at some numbers right now, and it's just ironic. 25, 25, 666. I don't know. I just lifted my head. So anyways, this paper over here is opposites in words, okay? And grow, shrink. Now, what are you growing? And when did it shrink? Guest and host. Where do you work? Give and receive, take and give. So what I'm doing is, like, let's take things that we can see more concrete. And that is boy and girl. So girl is with a G7. Boy, okay, is B2. Okay, 7 and 2, boy and girl. Man and woman. So let's do this so you can see it. So let's see if there's anything that's going to show up. We're going to go. Wow, that is terrible. So we're going to go man 28 and woman 66, right? It's ironic that woman is 66, freedom is 66, 66 creates 49. 49 is green, and 49 is 8. Green 8, to the heavens I go. I go, right? This will become number 4. This will become number 3. Everything you will see will always be, okay, ironic to 4 and 3. The opposite of 4 is 3. DC. And they are opposites. Or are they not? Because hot water, okay, hot water, water is 67, equals to 13, equals to 4. Hot equals to 43. Cold equals to 34. There's colors that come along with cold, and it's blue, equaling to 40. There's another color that comes along with hot, and that's red. That's number 27. When you mix the red and the blue and the red, you get purple. And that's 88. 88 is a gateway. When blue meets red, that is your gateway. Why? 8 times 8, 64. 8 plus 8, 16. We now have I-80. We've connected the two heavens together. The bicycle cards, okay, shows you on the tombstone. If you look it up, for those who have never looked it up, okay, let me take a look. Bicycle cards 808. Trying to look where my so my camera's okay. My camera's okay. I'm looking for where is what because I want to see what I'm showing you. Bicycle cards 808. Let me see images. Images. I want to see the. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Right here. Do you see it right over here? Right over here, it says Mars God. Okay, this is 115 Earth. This is the beginning of the joke. This is the beginning of the joke of R, right? Just a big question inside this name. See the tic-tac-toe begins with the dollar signs? You ever see that? How the tic-tac-toe begins with the dollar signs? Right? I mean, you get this way, right? That's $1 sign. And then you do that. And that's the way it is. But when you do the whole thing, right? There's actually 3 levels, and this level will do this, and this level will do that. Now, what does this mean? Well, this actually means, okay, I want to do it this way because roulette does it that way, and roulette is a professional thing, so we got to go by the rules of gaming. Those are the rules of gaming. 1, 2, 1, 2, all the way down, all the way up. Okay, so now what happens is if I start, let's say, with 4, the next one over here, okay, is going to be 7. Then it's going to be 1, and then what's here? 4. And then what's up here? 1. 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7. So what I try to understand with this is, for me, this is the way everything runs in our world, right here. Everything runs in our world by this. But after it's fully constructed, okay, and don't forget, there's the mirror part. Yes, there are mirrors, and number 55 shows us why there are mirrors. I will show you right now before I forget. Why 55? Let me make my screen bigger. I need to see what I'm showing you. Why number 55? Because when we're creating 10, 1 plus 0 equals 1, only 55 counts by itself, okay? According to, and I work these numbers off of 36 numbers, there's multiple ways on doing this. I'm doing it the basic straight way. I'm not going backwards and forwards, and because in roulette there's 36 numbers. There's 26 letters and 10 numbers in numbers, and that's 36. So I can either do it that way. I can split everything between 19 and 18, right? And when you split things in half, everybody says 1 to 18, 19 to 36, but you can't do this, okay? We need to create a puzzle piece where the other side comes and grabs this side, and this side grabs this side, and then we just put a pin in this over here, and they can never separate, but yet they can swivel onto the other side. So anyways, it can only swivel so much. So what we would, let's say, do is I would go 1 to 19, and I would go from 36 to 18. That would be 19 numbers. And by doing this, it already tells you, okay, and imagine if you did it like this. Imagine if it looked like that, this overlapping fold. It's hard to explain why it has to look like that. But anyways, so what happens now, 19 times 19 equals to 361. That's 1 degree more than 360 degrees. So it works out perfect. The 1 to 18 was 324. and this is the vibration of the earth, irrelevant which way it goes. It doesn't matter the which way it goes. They're all going to tell a story inside a deeper meaning towards its vibration. Reference mathematics. You want to reference things with me? I'm going to reference either somebody who did it in this world or mathematics and geometrics. The mathematicians, the school teachers who taught English, who taught about nouns and verbs and adverbs. All this does for us is to make a greater story because we understand the dimension of the word, the geometrics of the shapes, the games we call pool, how we play casinos, the games in casinos, the deck of cards, the dice cubes. Anyways, let's keep going on. So here's where we get 55. In this second scenario, okay, what are these? 1, 10, 19, 28. We're going to, like I said, I work with the, where's that number? Where's that calculator again? I work with this row here. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 4, 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So now 4 added in 1, 2. 3 by 7, 21. So now we have this letter L, right? This L will all create 3. So does it really seem that way? 11, 12, 13, 14. 5 creates 3. We have to find that somewhere else. How 5 can create 3? 11, 12, 13, 14 created 3. 14. The sun, well, this would tell me the sun birth creates because of this. 74 is Jesus. Jesus Christ, when we talked about this before, and I'll do this after, Jesus Christ, or CH first, because it ends looking like 1ST, which is telling me about the spirit in the sky, the Mercury spirit in the sky. This is telling me about, this is going to tell me about gold, and it'll eventually give me energy because of the mathematics talking. 24 and 11 equaling to 35, minus 11 equaling to 13, altered current into DC current. Minus and plus 11, where does that 11 come from? How do we create that 11? 2 times 3 equals 6. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 11. How else can we create it besides this? Well, here we created 35. 3 times 5 equals to 15. 3 plus 5 equals to 8. 8 and 5 is 23. That same 23 that is over here. That same 23 that creates this. As well as 7 times 2, 7 plus 2 equals 14, and 9 equals 23. So all the ways to create that number value, so it brings in a greater understanding because we understand the mathematics. The mathematics and how to create an addition and how to create a multiplication and how to create them, okay, together in 4 sections. You need to say 4 sections because this is your singular multiplication. But if you want to encompass the diamond, you have to create 4 of these in all these spots in order to accommodate for this. And this is how what happens to the size gets multiplied by 4. And when you do this, right, you're taking what is the center of 2, 4, 6, 8 right here. And you're actually turning the cube this way. And you're taking what was once 3 and 7 is now going into position 2 and 8. But it's a little bit above and a little bit more below because of actual size. Jesus Christ, Jesus is 74, Christ is 77. The total is 151. 5 and 1, 6, 5 and 1, 6. They both get to split the light. They both get to split the light. 66 corona. And it's not for nothing that they call it corona, because in order to hold on to 66, and I'm just going to try and figure out which design it is to hold on to 66. How do I hold on to 66? How do I hold on to 66? Do I do it this way? How do I hold on to 66? Oh, I did it. I held on. 66 face to face turns into 86, where 2 and 6 is connected together, like I spoke before, where 5 and 1 running through Mars in the 7th gate, 5 and 2, 7, 6 and 1, 7. This is an automatic. When I make this geometric shapes of 6 and 6 back to back, it now shows me an 8 and 6. The tentacles of the other world connected to us. We are 6 of the one spirit. 2 moons and 1 moon. Not really sure what I should do with this, if I should be making any other connections or not. Where does this come from? Well, on the opposite of the cube, the 6 is the 1, and the 5 is the 2. So that, and this is Mars, this is Mars, and this is God. There's other things that go along with this, but this is where the octopus comes in, where the 2 hands that eat of the 6 hand of the 8 spot of the spider. So these numbers would be 2, 5, 8, 2, 5, 8, and this would be 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9. So like we said before on the calculator, and I'm jumping back and forth, just by the way, 33 by 47, 33 by 47 equals to 1551. Okay, it also looks like 1221, right? Backwards, 1221. They were talking about 1221 and they couldn't figure it out because it was this here. Time of creation. This here will equal to 111 or 171. The mathematics will create a 10 to a single digit. It'll become 111. Now there's 4 positions. It'll reduce to 3 positions. Should we put a 0 in between here and just say this is 6 and this is 6 and 606, and the average would be 6? And the 0 is an automatic 6. It's the 15th letter in the alphabet. But anyways, I'm going too far. So let's continue with the y. Okay, no, back with this. So what happens? So now we saw what happens to this. So what about 3 times 2? Well, 3 times 2 equals 6. What about 3 times 5? 3 times 5 equals 15. 1 plus 5 equals 6. What about 3 times 8? 3 times 8 is 24. 2 plus 4 is 6. This is where Fox comes in. Now 9 is something different, because 6, 7, 8, and 9 times 3 will all equal to 9. One will be an 18-9. The other will be a 20. Whoop. No. How did I get that wrong? No. Sorry. I think it's 3, 6, and 9. Wow. 3, 6, and 9. Where's 3? Oh, 3, 6, and 9. I was counting this as 15, 6. Because I've done that before. Anyways, let me reset this clock on my error. Sorry. Let me reset this. Not good, eh? Not good. Thank God I got more. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. 3, 6, 9. 3 times 6, 18. 3 times 6, 18. 3 by 3, 0, 9. So take that out. Man, I'm just getting it all wrong here, eh? Getting it all wrong here. Just give me a minute. I don't like making mistakes. So let me start over. So we got it. We got 147 equals 3. We have 258 equals 6. Okay. We have 6 and 9 equaling to 9. 3 times 6 is 18.
3 times 9 is 27, equals to 45. Now, this is very special because I think this is the first time I ever saw this. And this is going to represent red. I like to call it Angel Jack. I like to call it Heaven of A, B, C, D. I also like to call it REICHE. This is the, when I see 18, it's the resident angel. It explains Venus. It is how Jupiter comes together, because Jupiter and Venus come together through the letter R. 9 times 9 equals to 81. 9 plus 9 equals to 18. There are many numbers, and I did a few more this week. I don't remember where they are, but there's many numbers and calculations that will come and create perfection. 999, 1 and 89, 1 and 89. This will do that. This will eventually create 9 plus 8 equals 17, and that is Q. The same as 5 and 2 equals 10, and 7 equals 17Q. And what's ironic about this is the artwork is exactly the same. The artwork is exactly the same. I'm going to come back to this. I'm on 3 subjects at the same time. And I'm going to show you the artwork. 2, 2. I'm making this as small as I could. Remember, you need multiple levels. Once you see one level, okay, you look at the level, the elevator goes up, the elevator goes up. Oh, you no longer see this level. You see the level you're on. You see the level above. You know, that's the way it is. So we got this. Okay, now it's done this way for a reason. One of them is you're going to be able to see more dimension. The other obligation is gematria says I go up 7. So if they go up 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's perfect. This is 7. Although gematria, I think, is supposed to go on this angle going up, right? It's like a walking, like the Mayans on each side. I'm just showing you the core. And I don't know if we can do this. All right, just put that on the top this way, and that on the bottom that way. I don't know if we can we do this anymore? I'm just looking. Can I do that? Is that what's going on here? I can't see. What does it go out this way, this way, this way, this way? Is that what's? So the same thing I was telling you before, the way gematria climbs, I just showed you going down. But with this image, okay, because of my obligation pointing one this way and pointing the other one that way, and this is not because I wanted to. Actually, it's because I didn't know what I was doing, but it's also because of the spiral. When you take a spiral like this, you see the way I'm going? When I get to the top, the spiral has to undo like this. You know, if I'm going to the top this way, the spiral has to undo this way from the top down. From the top down, it's doing this. From the bottom up, it's doing the opposite. So this is telling me from one side and the other side. What this does is, can I get some markers over here, a little pencil or something? So what this does is, when we were talking about its high 52, which is, how about beehive? So maybe I should design these differently if it's going to be a beehive. So what happens here is, I see on the screen a 5. I actually did a 2, so I don't know what you see. And then over here, so now you can see how that is. And in between is a TV set. By the way, TV is the year we are in. We are in the year of the TV, and I can prove it. T20 V22, 2022. I was born, I was 0. Then I was 6 months. Then I was 1 year. On the day of my birth, the 366th, possibly 367th, counting which way, right? Our births get switched every single 4 years because of the leap year. But our birthday, we begin year 2 on our birthday. So this design, so this over here, we're in the year of TV. The letter T is 20 and V is 2022. This can also be reverted to 2622, which equals to 48. And it's also the representation of Pluto, the sun, the half-life of day and night. And what's funny about day and night is day is number 30 and night is number 58, equaling to 88. The skies of Pegasus, the purple skies. Think about these colors. So beautiful. Violet. What a nice color that is, right? So now we've got our TV set. Okay, over here we got number 42. The total is 42, which equals to 86. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, 86. And this is where we were converted from Highway 66 to Highway 80. That's a difference of 14. But because I converted all zeros equals 6, and this is why I have 86 instead of Highway 80, Interstate I-80, right? I is a 9 value. I is a 9 value. Give this 0 a 6. Give this 0 a 6 because of the 1. Day and night, 25, 26, so it's 4 and 26. And this one is 8, 28. You notice here the HT is backwards. Instead of time heaven, it's heaven's time. In, okay, 9 and 14 is in. That is number 27 to create it. And to create 27 is 3 times 6, 3 plus 6. Why is this 27? It is the 14th letter, and it is the 9th letter, equaling to 23. 9 and 14. But the mathematics, 2 times 7 equals to 14, and 2 plus 7 equals to 9. And that's how we bring this equation together. Eventually, this becomes electric company. Okay, number 35, the mathematics. The same time, it becomes the silver matrix and creates what is the blue world and the orange sun. Mathematically, 5 by 8 is 40 for orange, for blue. 5, number 85 is the matrix. Number 58 is a representation of the word 2. To create the 8, you need 22 equals 8. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2. Now to create the 5, you need 2 times 1, 2 plus 1. So this is one of the equations. So when you're creating 22, you're also creating 55, which will recreate your number. 5 times 5 equals 25. 5 plus 5 equals 10. 10 equals to 35. Okay, 5 and 5, 8 times 5 equals to 40. 8 plus 5 equals to 13. 13 plus 40 equals 53. Together, 55 and 85 create your 88 sky. As long as you can break in on numbers, because it's numbers are your getaway. Numbers are the computer system. Once you can get into your birth, we're all connected, the same thing. If God's got a hand, then there's got to be a couple of breakers inside of there. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, there's still much more. I'm not sure. Let me see where I'm going to go with this. The Department of Motor Vehicles, okay, is also a dead end. The letters in the alphabet 3, 21, and 12. Quel, it actually means like dead end. and DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles. And this is the reason I put these two together is 4 and 3 are the opposite on a dice cube. So if they are the opposite on the dice cube, right, let's go by height. We'd have 4 and 12. We'd have 4 and 3. I don't like these pens. I used to like them. They're too small on my hand. So I now have 4 and 3, DC. We also have 4 and 12, which is DL. We also have 4 and 21, which is DU. We now have 4 and 30. And what I'm going to do is, since there's no letter 30 in the alphabet, we are going to now do a reverse alphabet on number 30, because that's the only way to make it count. So when I was speaking of these rows over here, eventually, as I get to the 4th row, the first row disappears. When I get to the 5th row, the first 2 rows are gone. When I get to the 6th row, the first 3 rows are, or the first 2 rows are gone. You're always connected to the last section. And roulette shows me this. Roulette is not 4 times 9 equals 36. Roulette is 3 times 12 equals 36 sections. How it works in sections. Yeah, that's what I wanted to show you with that. So this is with, so, okay, so now let's go back just a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to work on this piece over here. What this is this is my alphabet. We're going to do the same thing. I'm not going to do it all. I'm going to explain to you what I'm doing. 1 and 3 is 4. Because I have 4 months of 30 days, and I have 7 months of 31 days, and I have 1 special month in the year, I like to use this. Because 3 out of 4 dentists said something. You notice the way 3 out of 4? But 3/4 of something is 25. 3 into 4 is 1 1/3, right? I put 3 into 4, I get 1, and then I get 1.333. So anyways, I don't want to get into that part. Let's just continue on. So 1 and 3 is 4. 1 and 9 becomes 1, okay? And 4 and 9, okay, becomes 13. Why do I take 4? 4 and 9 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 is the opposite of the 3 into the 7th gate. So I have the 7th gate with 3 and 4. I have number 4, okay? These two I cannot put together. They're going to create number 3. I put these two together to create number 4. I need to create these 3 numbers. I don't need to create the rest. And by the way, these first 2 rows all create these rows. This row itself will create this row. 3 times this will create this row. This and this, or 1.5 times this is this. 3 times this is this. 4.5 times this is this. These are all equations to take into account for something. I'm not getting into that right now, but then again, oh my God, I can't believe I just opened up that can of worms. I can't let nothing go. Okay, what did I just say? 5 times 2 equals 1. How can I get 8 into 1? 8 1/4. 2 times 2.5 equals to 1. No, 4 times. 4 times 2.5 equals to 1. See, the reason I'm doing this, and I'm not going to go any further, I'm going to explain to you. By understanding how numbers get to become each other, we will know the process through the numbers, where however they are going to be used in a computer system, I do not know right now, but I do know what the numbers can do. And once you know what the numbers can do, then you can do it, whatever it is. Okay. So we have 1, 1, 1, 1. 3, 3, 3, 3. 9, 1 and 8, 9. 2 and 7, 9. 3 and 6, 9. So this would be IR. This would be IR. Therefore, we have two separate IRs, and the only way to bring them together is right over here. And this is going to be a total of 45, the sun. We have CL and we have a U. It overlaps. It's not the same. Here we're going to start the alphabet with C. We're going to go C, L, U, and then it's going to be a blank. And here we're going to go C, L, U, and then it's going to be a blank. So the total here is going to be a total of 33. That's where Jesus comes in. So the reverse of this is going to be over here in my 4 section, because that's the reverse of the cube. We need to know, what is the basic of all creation? It is not a cube. It is a point of a pyramid and a cube at the same time. Why? Because if I show you a pyramid, I don't know if I want to, if I show you a pyramid, just trying to see how I can, just trying to see how to draw a pyramid. The base of a three-sided pyramid, three-sided, okay, 3 sides, okay, equals 4. The bottom. Was the pyramid built without a bottom? The base. Is the base, home base is Earth. So did the pyramid come with or without a bottom? The second thing is a 4-sided pyramid. Okay. The 4-sided pyramid, okay, and you can see right over here, there's a side here and a side here and a side here and a side here. This is what the 3-sided. This is going to give me 5. It's going to give me 4 and 1 base. Unless the base comes with it, that would be 1 and 1. But we're going to take it as the Earth 1 base. So here we're going to get 3 and 1, and here we're going to get 4 and 1. So 4 and 1 will give me the letter N. 3 and 1 will give me the letter M. Gematria locks these two up on an even plane, a straight line between them. Anyways, let's go on to the next one. 3 and 7 is 10. 12, yeah, 3 and 7 is 10. So when I go the alphabet up, C, L, U, oh, and I did it over here. You see, here I'm getting 10 over here. And here I put 3 and 1 over here. So 3 and 1 was getting me 4. Do you understand? You follow me. 3 and 1 gets 4. I need to create 1, 4, or 7. Here I create 3 and 1 is 4. Now I need 3 with 7 to create 1. Here I need 5 and 5. So everything after 5 becomes the mirror of everything. And 5 is created with 4 and 1. It's a very hard thing to, but this is the scale up off of roulette, how I can use my letters. So this is CLU blank. Well, I did that over here. Let's do this one. This is GPY blank. And backwards, okay, it's going to be GPY blank. So it's going to be these two coming together. 25 and 16 equaling the 41. So this is bringing 41 together. This is bringing Earth, DNA, the half-life to the spirit and the cycle of the moon. And you can ask me why. If somebody would just ask me something, I can explain it. I just can't explain something to nobody that's listening in pieces and parts to that question. That's, sorry about that. I shouldn't have said it that way. So the average between these two, okay, if I divide this by 2, is 20.5. 5. So that's how this works. And then I go number 4. And the reason I did 1, 3, 5 first, because that says ace. That says ace. Everybody, I mean, I don't know if you know what alpha omega is, but if you've ever seen this logo, right? How can I do it? Just want to see if I can do this. Go to here. Go to here. Could go. I went from there to there. I'm just trying to see if I can design. I'm not sure if I can design this. No, it's not working. Well, anyways, something like that. This is actually something that comes off of a design off of the roulette wheel, but it doesn't come out exactly this way. I'm just trying to figure out. Is that the way it is? Was it this way? No. Was it this way? Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, now what is this? Give me a second. I have to go to the kitchen. Just give me a second. I have to go to the kitchen. Okay. So where's the camera? Hold on a second. So what I'm trying to show you with this is that the letter A, what it's doing is it's extending itself this way. It's going over, okay, number 5, and it's going over to number 9. 1 into 9 is 7. That is the passage. When you go 3 over to 7, it's going underneath. It's going underneath. So there's a shorter distance. So between 7 and 3 is 3. So 3 to 7 is 3 to 7. Do you follow why? I don't want to touch them. I just want the missing numbers. There's 7 missing numbers in between here and here. There's 3 missing numbers between here and here. Anyways, number 4 gets number 6 to return to the 1 position. 4 gets 6 to return to the 1 position. So if I wanted to get 3 and I went 3 times 1, now I can also go 3 times 6 to get back to the 1. Why? I will explain it again. In order to create a 10, I need the 4 and the 6. So either I'm going to use the 4 or I'm going to use the 6. They're going to be the same thing. I'm going to get the equation of 1. 4 and 6. So 3 by 4 equals to 12 equals to 3. 3 by 6 is 18 equals to 9. 3 and 9. So anyways, 1 and 3 is 4. 2 and 2 is 4. So this is DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles, signed up with the Fox. FOX, FOX. So you're almost looking at love. This is communication. This is Mars. This is arts and entertainment. This is exits on Interstate 80, 9 Lives of the Cat. It also represents 5 and 9. So the 39 represents as well the sky. The average between the two is 19.5, 195, the spirit of the E world, the spirit. 5 and 9, the church, just trying to go. So now we used 4 and 6. And don't forget, 6 is a reverse of 1, creating the 7th gate. So they all interlock with each other. I know it's not a neat setup. Do you know what I'm saying? 6 and 1. Let me, where's you see, here's the 1, and the opposite side is the 6. So if I flip these over, I don't want to show any magic tricks. 6 and 1. So you see, when I show you 5 and 2, right? When I show you 5 and 2, 6 and 1, 5 and 2, 7, 6 and 1, 7, 4 on the outside, 3 on the outside, whoop, 3 and 4 on the inside. Everything has to be exact, and it is exact. They use these things to gamble with. You know what I'm saying? Did we do number 8, 8, 7? Okay, this is something else I did with the numbers. This is how to get number. Okay, I'm going to do this last piece before I end it. I want to get a few things out of the way. Let me see. Okay. What I did here is I went to the one worlds all the way up to the top. And what I found out is here's where the cycle comes in. And then we start over here. So if the cycle comes in at 28, the cycle comes in at 64, the next cycle over here, which will be 100, because we're always adding up 9s, 100 will become 166. Will end. It's a very difficult, it'll be 100, which will be back to 1 again. So it all starts over here. It starts over again, but it has to run through the center. Everything runs through the heart. Everything runs through the heart. Anyways, the minute you find where the heart is, we'll understand a little bit better. And for me, how can I better off finding the heart than seeing the reverse of 2 numbers? So if this is the 2 numbers, on the flip side, 55 is now the heart. So now where is the freedom 55? Stemming from 1, created from the opposites. That's how it's created, from the opposites. Where is the heart in number 2? Well, let's count first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is in the 7th area going up. 8, 9, 10. There are 11. There's 4, 8. There are 11 areas. And it is at the 4, 5, and it is at the 7. 7, center, 55, 11 areas. Now, I'm not sure if I should count the 12th one. The 12th is 100. The 12th area is 100. And that is 10 times 10. I'm not sure if it has any bearing. It's also going to represent 18 at the same time. When you put 2 zeros together, right? You put 2 zeros together and a 1, it can look like 18. But you want to know what's really ironic? If I drew the number 2, right? And then I put the, what is it, the 6? I'm just trying to figure out. Yes, the 2, and then I put the 6. And then it looks like number 18. Anyways, so we finish off here. Now, the center of number 2 of Venus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the 11th one is 92. The other one would be 101. Should I go to 101? If I go to 101, it'll be 12. So there's a section of 12. Does 3 have a section of 12? 4, 8, it would be 102. Okay. Now my question, because I don't want to go into the hundreds, can I go 93 plus 0, 9? 9 and 3 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 9 plus 1 is 10. So I'm going to get number 13 out of this. Do you follow the mathematics? I only want to count the next row to a single digit. I don't want to get into hundreds. But if I did, this one is Valentine's. This becomes birth. This becomes the half-life spirit. The reason for this is 2160. Diameter of the moon, 9 times 24 equals 216. I used the 9 for the birth. It also relates to the 9 Mayan days, 9 plus 1 day, creating their calendar. 18 months, I think, of 10 and 10 days per month, 2 10-day weeks, something like that. As well as 16 hours in a day and 90 minutes per hour. The old wasted clock was 6 minutes. So that's 13. So here we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 7th and the 8th. Where did I get this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 7th and the 8th. How do I get the 5 and the 6? This is the 7th and this is the 8th number. 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm just going to use it as that. I'm not going to add this one on. If I did add this on, this would end up to be number 12. If I went to 100 over here, I would add on 9. This will create, if I added on 91 plus 9, this will create 1. This will create 1. And then this will turn into 77. It will turn into Christ. Using the revelation that all 10s, okay, all 10s, although this looks like a number 8, again, okay, all 10s equal to 0. Since these add up to 10, I'm going to use the reduction and add 6. Add 6 for every 0. So then we get 77 for Christ. We get over here. Here we got 12. Here we get 11. Here we get 12. Here we get 13. This is creation 11. This will create this. It will not create this. But once you get 1 and 1 plus 2, you end up with this 1 inside 2. Let's not talk about it. When we do this one over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 94 and 9 equals to 13. And we carry the 1. So this would have to be 4, and this one would be 14. But because this one is a 10, we're going to turn this, okay, into 74. And number 4 becomes, through the 4th planet, becomes Jesus. And this is number 14, the letter N. 4 gets 14, the letter N. What happened over here? See, this one is where we get 66. This is where our movement is right now. This is the skies of Saturn. This is the sun of Pluto. This is our moon. This is our division. 3 is where your division comes in. And then the moon and Saturn show up twice. Creation of Alpha Beta. Look, here's your 3 creation. This 12, 12, 12. Everything about this is number 12. Yet at the end, it creates 13. Everything about this is 11, and at the end, it creates 12. Everything about this is 10, and at the end, it creates 11. I'm going to read the comments. The Jetsons, I had company. They're gone. I'm back. That's number 6. We did this one over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 8th. This is the 8th. And this is the 9th. So the 8th and the 9th number, when it comes to 76, have no division. Number 76 has no division. Unlike we didn't do the division, and we did the division here, the 7th and the 8th, and the division after that becomes 70. They link together. So this would be 121, or 11 times 11. This would be the gateway. This is created by number 17. This one, the division in this one is created by 17. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7. Jesus comes in here, the gold, the moon, the birth, the student of Mars and Earth. Yo. Electric company also comes in over here. So this one is 4, 5, 6, 7. Here it is the 8th and the 9th. 8th and the 9th, 76 is the division of what can be noted as the gateway to the heavens through matrix. This is 13. This is the world of 13 counted at 14. So this is the 8th and the 9th, birth in the heavens, the church, the spirit, the matrix. Why do I say all this? This is not only 94. You can divide this in two and create 47, 2 clocks. You can also put 49, 7 times 7. So both ways, 47 times 2, okay? And at the same time, you can, 49 equals 7 times 7. And this one is Christ, and the other one is Jesus. So the numbers itself, unless I'm just a mathematician, brings the two together in mathematics. The division where number 5 comes in, 1, 2, 3, 4, comes in right here, the 3rd and the 4th. There's nothing in between. See, is there anything in between other numbers? There sure is. Once you get to these two, there's a 55 in between. Over here, there's no in between. Over here, there's a 66 that's in between. In between the moon, 57, 75. 77 times 75, where Christ, okay, and waterworks. The reason I'm saying waterworks is it's not waterworks. This is where G and E. This is part of the moon. I don't remember why I'm saying waterworks. This is DC also created. And the reason it's DC also created, because 75, remember, is also a representation of 3/4. And this is DC and everything that goes with this, red, hot, cold, etc. We have number 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 9th and the 10th is where this comes together. It comes together in the spirit. 6 comes together in the spirit. And all you're left is with rotation. And 96 and 9 equals to 15 equals to 6. Oh, I didn't want to bring that number over. I made a mistake before. Remains 96. I have an error, ladies and gentlemen. I do have some errors. 93 and 9 equals to 3, and this remains 9. Because all zeros equals to 6, okay, we'll now exchange this for 63. That's what we can do. This one over here, we added 9, 92 and 9. Did I do that anywhere? 92 and 9 becomes 92 again. Okay, but we're going to add the 6. It's going to become 62. This is where the God comes in. This, your birth is exchanged for 6 and 2. So your birth gets that 6 and 2, like I said, the tentacles of 8. Remember the tentacles of 8. Here is the division between 6 and 6. Although this is H and this is F, or this is S and this is U, okay? 66. The division is T, division is G. Okay, so there's rules and regulations to everything. So this one, so we have we have this one that came out in 9th and 10th. Number 6 came out in 9th and 10th. Okay, which goes to 9 and 1, telling me about the spirit gateway, Mars, rotation, all kinds of stuff. And then number 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what happens in number 8 is the 5th. It's a perfect split. There's not very many perfect splits. 44 is between 35 and 53. 44 is the split, and it's also the split because of the numeric values equals to 16. This is the night split between day and night. The gateway, the G and H, the laugh, or tough, or rough. Not stuff. How about through? Silent. the entity. So this is the fifth one, and 8 is 71. We didn't do the rest of it. 79. No, that's not 79. 80, 89, 98. And let's add this on over here. This will become 8, and this will end up to be 58. This is going to tell me about the matrix, an electric company, and blah, blah, blah. This one over here, 72, 81, 90, 99, add 90. This will show me 69. This is where rotation keeps coming in through 9. The division is right here, and it's the Fox Pass and the Sun. 5, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4. And it's 9, 1, 9. And then this one will be changed to a 7. It'll be called 979. Anyways, Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Oh, God. Have a nice evening, everybody. Be well and be safe. And just know what I do, what you do, and how we think and how we act towards each other and the matrix and whatever it is, the auras around us. Somehow we are going to what? I don't know, but it's going to happen. Goodness comes out at the end. Thank you for watching this video.